to derive the income stream, or cash flow that we will be processing. When utilizing multipliers, we usually are utilizing gross income. Gross income is defined as total income from a property before deducting any expenses, customarily stated on an annual basis. Gross income is simply the total of the rents for the whole year, plus any other income from the operation of the property. End of page. Chapter start. 79%.
Residential sales comparison income approach, chapter 14, income multipliers, page 6, check your understanding quiz. This quiz has a total of 3 questions, one question per page. You must achieve something like 80% to pass. Number 1, a value can be developed through the income capitalization approach by either A, dividing an income by a factor or multiplying it by a rate, B, dividing an income by a rate or dividing it by a multiplier, C, dividing an income by a rate or multiplying it by a multiplier, or D, multiplying an income by a rate or subtracting a factor. C, dividing an income by a rate or multiplying it by a multiplier. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. How with it? Number 2. The reciprocal of 4 is A, 0.25, B, 0.40, C, 40, or D, 0.44. Damn, I don't remember any of this. I'm gonna go B, 0.40. I have no idea, dude. And number 3, total income from a property before deducting any expenses, customarily stated on an annual basis, is the definition of A, cash flow, B, effective gross income, B, net operating income, or D, gross income. I'm gonna go D, gross income. Assessment completed. Finish. You passed. I'll be damned. You got lucky on that one because I guessed on the first 2. So remember, number 1, a value can be developed through the income capitalization approach by either, you said, dividing an income by a rate or multiplying it by a multiplier. And that was correct. That was a total guess, but remember that from here on out. Number 2, the reciprocal of 4 is, you said 0.40. That was incorrect. The correct answer was 0.25. The reciprocal of 4 is 0.25. 1 divided by 4. And lastly, number 3, total income from a property before deducting any expenses customarily stated on an annual basis is the definition of, you said gross income, and that was correct. Continue.
Help. Documents. Email instructor. CH14 income multipliers. PG7 capitalization rates. Notes. Leave a comment. Capitalization rates. In the other formula, V equals I/R, the R is a capitalization rate, which is defined as a ratio of 1 year's net operating income provided by an asset to the value of the asset, used to convert income into value in the application of the income capitalization approach. So I would divide by an appropriate rate to arrive at an indicated value. However, the income that we would be dividing by the rate is not gross income. It is net income, specifically net operating income. Net operating income, NOI, is defined as the actual or anticipated net income that remains after all operating expenses are deducted from effective gross income, but before mortgage debt service and book depreciation are deducted. Note, this definition mirrors the convention used in corporate finance and business valuation for EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. It takes a lot more work to calculate a net operating income, but the approach is generally more detailed and reliable. We will investigate net incomes in a later chapter. End of page. Chapter start. 80%.
It was an acronym, EBITDA. Earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization.
Help. Documents. Email instructor. CH14 income multipliers. PG8 residential income approach. Notes. Leave a comment. Residential income approach. When developing an income approach in appraising residential properties, 1 to 4 units, appraisers usually employ multipliers. We said earlier that homeowners are attracted to houses because of the amenity benefits inherent in ownership. Investors are attracted to the income characteristics of a property. Their anticipated future benefits are financial in nature. In the appraisal world, we draw the line between residential property and commercial or income-producing property at 4 units. Usually, if people buy a 1-unit property, it is to live in. It is also fairly common for people to buy a 2, 3, or 4-unit property and live in one of the units. That gives them a place to live, and hopefully they can carry most or all of the living expenses by renting out the other units. Of course, there are occasions when someone purchases a 1-unit dwelling for investment. It is more common to find a 2 to 4-unit property being bought for investment purposes. End of page. Chapter start. 80%.
Market value is viewed through the eyes of a typical purchaser. 1 to 4-unit properties are typically bought either by a homeowner or a small-time investor. You may find people who buy up 3 or 4 multi-unit properties and manage them on their own. It may prove to be a good investment. The other extreme would be professional investors or investment companies. They may purchase hundreds or thousands of rental units at a time in multi-million-dollar transactions. They are more sophisticated in valuation techniques. They demand greater accuracy and are willing to pay for it. You may appraise 3 units on the basis of a gross rent multiplier, but if you were to appraise a 400-unit apartment building on that basis, it would not be appropriate. You would more likely employ a capitalization of net income by a capitalization rate Or you might employ other techniques such as a discounted cash flow analysis, or DCF. Discounted cash flow analysis is defined as the procedure in which a discount rate is applied to a set of projected income streams and a reversion. The analyst specifies the quantity, variability, timing, and duration of the income streams, as well as the quantity and timing of the reversion, and discounts each to its present value at a specified yield rate. The specific details of discounted cash flow are well beyond the level of this course. We will not go into DCF in any detail here.